and those who control their angers and they are pardoning others. They control anger and pardon others. Ability to control your anger. Getting angry is one of obviously from shaitan. But getting angry is one of the bad qualities, one of the bad manners. To get angry is a bad quality. I'm going to give you the khulasa. يعني we call it the zubda, the summary. The summary. Allah is testing you. Allah Azza wa Jal is testing your behavior. In life, Allah is testing our behavior, testing our speech, testing everything. That time you lose it, you should got a short temper and you lose it. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with your iman. How can I get angry so quickly like that? How can I get furious like that? How can someone is screaming next to me and I get so angry and aroused just so fast like that? Because al-qalb al-mawsool billah, qalb al-qalb. A heart that is connected to Allah, it's a very calm heart. Can handle any problem with ease. Why did you get angry so fast? Where is Allah in your life? Where is Allah in your life? Controlling your anger is one of the signs of the believers. كاد الحليم أن يكون نبيا. The Arabian poetry says, the Halim, the person who's calm and is able to control anger, he was about to become a prophet. He obviously is not a prophet. All the Anbiya, they had the sifa of controlling anger. They are able to control anger. One man came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he pulled the prophet from here, strongly. A Bedouin man, and the Bedouin people were very tough. He pulled the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam so hard from his, and he pained the prophet, of course. What do you call this in English? The strangle. He pulled him hard. And he said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the companions next to him, اعطني من مال الله الذي عندك فإنه ليس مالك ولا مال أبيك. Rough people sometimes you face. He said, give me from the money of Allah that you have. It is not your money nor the money of your father. Imagine someone talking to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam like the best of mankind. The Sahaba, Sayyidina Umar was there and the Sahaba was there. They raised their swords, they were about to kill the man. And then Rasulullah said, he smiled, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَأَمَرَ لَهُ بِعَطَاءٍ. He said, give him some. You see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he knows the people. وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. Sometimes some ignorant person will be driving next to you and it's not his turn to pass by the stop sign and he will just pass by the stop sign. And then you're going to use the F word and shout at the person and insult him and he insults back and then he'll take a shotgun or a gun and shoot you. Couldn't you just control your anger? You lose your life and you miss your children and your family just because you couldn't just control your anger for a minute with an ignorant man, with an ignorant person. وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. And when they get angry, they يَغْفِرُونَ. Let it pass. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are two types of anger. One is called al-ghadab al-madhmoom that we're talking about today. The anger that is not right. It is madhmoom, it is hated. The anger that is not right. And there is another ghadab called al-ghadab al-mahmood. The anger that is right. You should be angry. Here you should be angry. There is some time where you should be angry. Who can guess? When can I be angry? Children doesn't think so. Disregard Allah's command. You should advise him. Give him da'wah. You don't get angry with him. Give him da'wah. Call him to Allah. I'll give you. Anyone from the sisters can tell me when can I get angry and can I be rewarded for that? When I can be angry and I get rewarded for that. The what? Someone is lying. It depends on the situation. It depends. Yeah? You're so close. You are so close. Ya ikhwa, it is summarized in a poetry in Arabic. Say, إذا لله للإسلام بالحرمات لم تغضب فأخبرني بربك متى تغضب. If it is not for Allah, not for Islam, not for Rasulullah, not for Palestine, you're going to get angry. Who are you going to get angry? When are you going to get angry? When you see what's happening in Palestine, yesterday they burned all the tents in a certain area and they burned all the women and men and children. If this doesn't make you angry, then when are you going to get angry? If this is not going to make you angry and boiling from inside, you want to do something about it. If it is not for the deen, you're going to get angry. For what are you going to get angry? For this you should be angry. For this you should be furious actually. At the time of war, when the Muslims are fighting, you're not going to fight the person and say, sorry, I'm not going to get angry, we're just going to fight you, but we're not going to get angry. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We're not like the other ideas that say, if he slapped you here, you give him the other one. And this is not realistic. And he never said that, by the way. It's not realistic. If he slap you on this side, give him the other side. It's not like that. He slap me and slap you back. It's Islam. Islam is like that. Don't oppress and don't be oppressed. Don't accept to be oppressed or to be humiliated. Someone is fighting the Ummah, I'm going to fight back. Someone is attacking our country, we're going to attack back. With anger, of course, you're going to be angry. At that time, it's mahmoud. It is encouraged to be angry. If someone is insulting Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or attacking the Sunnah or attacking the Deen, what is that? What must I be doing? I must be angry. I mustn't sit with such a person. Someone is insulting Allah. I mustn't talk to such a person. I must behave in a way that, no, I'm not accepting that. I'm not going to sit here while the deen of Allah is being mocked. In this way. إذا لله للإسلام للحرمات لم تغضب فأخبرني بربك متى تغضب. For Allah, for the deen, for the حرمات. حرمات يعني someone is attacking your house. Someone is coming to attack your house and steal. Here you should get angry to defend yourself. This ghadab is required. This anger here is required to defend. Someone is coming to fight with you physically. We're not talking about just someone insulted from far and went away. We're not talking like that. Those ignorant people. Someone is coming to fight with you. Here, you're obviously going to get angry to defend yourself. That's common sense. In our deen is a realistic deen. Not someone is going to fight and I'm just going to humiliate it. Okay, beat me more, please. It's not going to work like that. You have to defend yourself. You have to fight back. Someone came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said to him, Ya Rasulullah, ماذا إن جاءني رجل يريد أخذ مالي? What if someone come to take my money by force? The Prophet said, قاتله, fight him. He said, what if he killed me? He said, أنت في الجنة, you are in paradise. He said, what if I killed him? He said, هو في النار, he's in Jannah. So this is in a situation where there is balance in the power. Don't say the Sheikh says, okay, at all situations I must go fighting one or fighting one. In a situation, someone have a gun, I don't have a gun. Here, how are we going to fight? If you are able, you know how to take the gun from him, it's okay. But I'm talking about someone already have some, or there is a group of people attacking you and they have guns, etc. You don't say, I'm going to throw myself into destruction here. I'm going to kill myself for that. Here, you need to use wisdom. But I'm talking about someone, there is balance in the power. I must fight back. I must defend myself. I must defend my family. I must defend my money. I must defend my car. I must defend my stuff. Like that. If you think you can do it, you can do it. Here, ghadab is mahmoud. Mahmoud is encouraged. Is encouraged. Understand ya? طيب. والغضب المذموم. الغضب المذموم, that's what we're talking about with the believers. Generally speaking, with the believers, with the close family, with my friends. With the mukhti'in from the ummah, who we try to bring them closer to Allah. Like what our brother said just now. Someone did a mistake, but he doesn't know. Someone urinated in the Masjid of Rasulullah. Mistake. Rasulullah could have just attacked him, no? Or got angry with him, no? He explained to him. He doesn't know, out of ignorance. The Prophet taught him. He understood. Understand? Someone came to him and said, give me permission to make zina. In a situation like that, he noticed that this one he doesn't understand. He needs some understanding. You give him some reminder first. To teach him first. Understand? So when you give da'wah to Allah, use lean, use softness, use kindness. Especially with the believers all around you, and with people who are going to hear the kalima for the first time, who hear the word about Islam for the first time. In this situation, you try to give them down. No, it appears that they are enemies, and they are fighting, and they're killing us, and we have to fight back with complete anger. Here, yes, it's allowed. Okay. Understand? Okay. Now, talking about al-ghadab al-madhmum and controlling yourself, and how to control ourselves with the hated anger, with the hated anger. First of all, we spoke about the virtues. So, Allah testing you, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see who those people who can forgive and pardon for the sake of Allah, so Allah can forgive and pardon them. Right? Rasulullah considered the person who's controlling his anger to be the most powerful. He said to the Sahaba, ما تعدون السرعة فيكم. Do you think who's the most strong amongst you? So the Sahaba said, the one who, when we wrestle with him, he defeat one of us in wrestling. We fight with him, he's so strong, he put all of us down. He said, no. He said, ولكن الشديد من يملك نفسه عند الغضب. The strong one is the one who's able to control himself at the time of anger. At the time my wife did something, my husband did something that angered me, I'm swallowing it for the sake of Allah. Swallowing it. من كظم غيظا وهو قادر على أن ينفذه دعاه الله على رؤوس الخلائق. The one who controls his anger while he's able to hurt. He have the capacity to harm or the capacity to get angry and to shout at the person, but he swallowed it for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah will call that person and will let him in Jannah or reward him in Jannah, such a reward that everyone will be wishing to have that reward. Just because of one anger that you controlled one day. You understand, Yahweh? Jur'atul ghadab, that jur'ah that you swallow for the sake of Allah is so highly rewarded. Highly rewarded for your son, and you're able to talk to him and admonish him. You got angry already from inside, but you swallowed and you are able to talk to him nicely. You know, my son, the situation is not like this. And try to explain to him. You're already angry from inside, you're boiling from inside, but you're suppressing it for the sake of Allah. You know, and our deen is teaching us like this and like that. And you talk to him in this way. وَعِثْتُ مُعَلِّمًا وَلَمْ أُبْعَثْ مُعَلِّفًا. The Prophet ﷺ said, I was sent as a teacher and I wasn't sent to scold and shout at the people. And his life was like that. His entire life was like that, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Understand, Yahweh? Sayyidina Anas radiallahu anhu, one day he sent him, a famous story, I'm sure you heard it before from us or from other shuyukh. He sent him somewhere to finish some certain task, and Sayyidina Anas was a young boy, he forgot. Like any child will forget. And he forgot and he started playing with the children in the street. He said, Rasulullah after a while, he didn't come back. He went in search of Anas. He found Anas. Sayyidina Anas said, he's the narrator. He said, he came from the back and he touched my shoulder and he rubbed my body. He said, Ya Unais, idhab haythu amartak. He just reminded him. He said, oh my little Anas, go to what I told you to do. That's all. He said, Wallahi ma darabani, wala naharani, wala qaharani. He didn't beat me, he didn't shout at me, he didn't do anything. He just said to me, just go there what I told you to do. He didn't say, why did you do that? You should have done this instead of that. Or why didn't you do that? These are the words of Anas himself. These are his words. He said, he never did any of that. I served him for 10 years, never said to me, why did you do that? Or you should have done this instead of that. And he never noticed Rasulullah is angry with him. Can we do this with our children? Or we get so angry so quickly with our children? With our wives. We get angry so quickly. Your wife is like your qarura. Rasulullah considered qarura is a bottle of glass. A bottle of glass. How do you deal with a bottle of glass so carefully so you don't want to hurt the feeling of your wife? Women generally like that. Your mother, your sister, your daughter. So important. It's so sad in today's time that the enemies of Islam taking that point where they say Muslims are abusing their wives. Or Muslims abusing women. While Islam is completely against that. Islam is completely the religion where it gives rights to women and teaches us to be gentle and to be nice to women generally. All over, we can give you so many examples, but the lesson of anger, on controlling anger, especially with the close circle, starts first with the close circle. Some people, for the shortage of salt in the food, he can beat his wife. There are people who abuse their wives physically. It's very dangerous, not only for the wife, even for the lives of your children. They grew up broken. The children grew up broken. I saw my father defeating or beating my mother. Ajib. SubhanAllah. It makes the children, they grow up, they have psychological problems. And they don't forget it ever. They won't forget that ever. Abuse, no physical abuse. And no verbal abuse. Control your anger. Allah's testing you. Maybe the wife is doing something wrong. Maybe. Admonish, advise, in a nice way. There are many other ways. Better than to beat your wife. Sayyida Aisha says, ما ضرب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أحد قط. The Messenger never ever beat anyone ever. إلا أن يقاتل, except in war, only in war. Other than that, nothing. He never ever beat anyone. Not a wife, not a child, not a servant, no one at all. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then he is our role model. Our qudwa, he did like that. Our role model, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I know some people might be thinking like that. Actually, isn't it mentioned in the Quran? وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ. And the Quran allowed that we beat women and that we defeat women. This is a big misunderstanding. It's a big misunderstanding. First of all, you should understand the context, the whole context of that. That women at that time, they were not actually having any rights. She was like, like an animal in the house. In the past, I'm talking about Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah time. At the time when women used to get the period, they used to throw her out of the house. That's Jahiliyyah time. Not only in Arabia, everywhere around the world. Not only in Arabia. You used to know her, and the husband have the right to kill her. In some communities, if the husband died, they can kill the woman with him. The wife has to be buried with him. Even if she's still alive. No, they have to kill her with him. To that extent, women used to be oppressed. And came Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in such a situation, in such conditions, to now start to say, "An-nisa'u shaqa'iqu ar-rijal." Women are the counterparts of men. They are like you, same like you. They are coming and teaching this, preaching these things. She must learn like how you learn. She has the right to over her money. She has the right to choose her husband. All this wasn't there. It wasn't there at all. So Sallallahu came and gave all of that. You understand, everyone? And then coming to deal with issues that abuse, verbal and physical abuse against women. And the Prophet started to preach, not to kill them. وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. All these verses in the Quran speak, don't kill women, don't kill females. For any silly reasons, killing is not allowed in Islam. You can't kill an innocent soul. And then for the beating, it was common. And then the Islam dealt with that issue in a gradual way, like how it happened with the khamr, for example. Dealt with everything in a gradual way. Kept it lost. It was the first option, make it lost. First, give them some advice. And keep this last. And when it was kept last, still some people still turned to that. At that time, Rasulullah turned to the beating. And then Rasulullah came and spoke and said, you won't find the good amongst you is beating his wife. Hadith. You won't find the good amongst you is beating his wife. You won't find them. لا يقهرهن إلا لئيم. No one will defeat them except a wicked person. However, it's there in the Quran still. It's there in the Quran, but it was an option. It wasn't a fard upon you to go and beat your wife whenever she's refusing you or something. But it's an option that was put aside. An option, but Rasulullah didn't take that option. He says, our example is Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Don't say, no, you can beat my wife. But here is your messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't do it. He controlled his anger all over. Whenever his wives used to anger him, of course, it happened many times in the life of Rasulullah. So he was a human being. And at that time, some wives sent to Rasulullah certain hadiyah, food. At the time, Sayyidah Aisha it was her night. And Sayyidah Aisha took the pot and she dropped it and broke it. Rasulullah just smiled and said, "Ghadibat ummukum." The mother of the believer got angry. It's okay. Take another pot and give it to him. He solved it simple. If asked, how dare you do that? How come you break the pot of the? You don't have respect, and you don't have. He solved the problem very simple. So an issue happened between Aisha and Rasulullah. She said to him, "Let's get someone to intervene." The Messenger sallallahu someone to intervene between her and between him and his wife. He said, "Who do you want to accept as a hakam, as a judge between us?" Then she said, "My father." My father. In court, you can't take your father to be a judge. In the court, if the judge is your father, the judge has to excuse himself because I'm relative. But she chose her father, Rasulullah accepted. When the father came, do you want to tell your issue first? Rasulullah said, do you want to tell your issue first or I speak first? Do you want to speak first or I speak first? She said, no. تكلم أنت ولا تقل إلا حقا. You speak first, but don't speak but the truth. She says this to Sayyidina Rasulullah, the one who ما ينطق عن الهوى. He doesn't speak except the haqq. And he said, he only speaks the truth. But she's talking this to Rasulullah in front of who? In front of As-Siddiq, the one who believed him in everything. Sayyidina Abu Bakr As-Siddiq was called As-Siddiq because he believed in the truthfulness of Rasulullah. So he got angry. Sayyidina Abu Bakr got angry. Immediately he got angry. So he stood up. He said, وَهَلْ يَنْطِقُ إِلَّا حَقًّا? He only speaks the truth. How dare you say that? And he stood up and went towards his wife, towards his daughter, as if he's going to harm her, as if he's going to beat her or something. Here Rasulullah jumped in between, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he started pushing Sayyidina Bakr away from his wife. Ya Abu Bakr, we didn't bring you for that. We didn't bring you to beat her. And she got afraid of her father. She jumped behind the Prophet ﷺ and started seeking shelter. And then Sayyidina Bakr Siddiq had to swallow his anger, and he turned and he wanted to get out of the house. Here Rasulullah looked at his wife. Did you see how I defend you? Did you see me how I'm defending you? She started laughing. Both of them started laughing. So Sayyidina Bakr heard the laughter. He turned back and said, Allah, you should let me intervene in your laughter like how you let me intervene in your fight. In this way. In this way. So this used to happen during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, but he used to control his anger. وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. They forgive for the sake of Allah. It's a sign of your iman. How many times you got angry today and you swallowed it? How many times you got angry today and alhamdulillah I managed? And always remember that it's a test from Allah. Always remember that your anger, if it is not mahmud, if it is not anger that you should pass it, you should do it for Allah, for Islam, for the deen, for Rasulullah, etc. Then just an anger for dunya, just an anger for things like between us in our relationship, etc. You can swallow this one. Allah's testing you. Will you manage today? Or it will be a difficult situation? If you manage, your iman is strong. If you manage, you are a believer. You are a strong believer. Fine. Why do people get angry? Very good question. Al-kibr, firstly, arrogance. How can you make this mistake with me? Who do you think you are? First thing is arrogance. That's why al-ghadab min al-shaytan, because shaitan is very arrogant. Kibr took him out of Jannah. Shaitan is very arrogant. He got angry so quickly. Shaitan, right? Al-ghadab min al-shaytan. Kibr, arrogance. Mira. What is mira? Useless discussions. We were sitting together, myself and my wife, and we were talking, and we were having a nice discussion, and something happened, some question or some topic happened, and I start to take my opinion and to ta'assub, to be angry for my opinion, and she are angry for her opinion, and none of us want to back off. None of us want to stop talking. We kept on talking until our voices raised, and then we start fighting, and then talaq. Couldn't we just keep quiet? Couldn't just say, okay, it's fine, let's leave the discussion now, it's fine. Al-mira, these useless discussions over dunya will take you to, again, getting angry. It will develop and escalate, and then talaq. Could you just keep quiet during that time? How many houses are destroyed and the children are paying the price because of a moment of anger that one of the husbands or both of them had, and they couldn't control the anger? I can tell you, I'm dealing with marriage counseling, I can tell you most of the cases is because of that. Most of the cases is because one of them or both of them, they couldn't control themselves during anger. And sometimes they utter a bad word or they do a bad action that lead to immediate divorce. Immediate divorce. They won't even think about it. Just give the divorce immediately because of his anger. So many people like this here. Right. Next. Al-fuhsh. Al-fuhsh also can lead to anger. Al-fuhsh, vulgarity. Using vulgar words. Using vulgar words. Fast using vulgar words. And you hear the vulgar words, how can you insult me? Can you insult back? This one insulted me, I'm insulting more, I'm insulting more, insulting more. Then it escalates to anger. And then anger, physical fight, and then problems again. So now, how can we change it? What if I have a short temper, Sheikh? I was born like this, Sheikh. I was born with short temper. Is it true? Yes, it's true. Sometimes some people are born with short temper. Sometimes you have two children, one get angry so fast and the other is not. Yes, it happens sometimes. Someone is born like that, he gets angry so fast. So what do we do then if someone gets angry so fast? Can I change this one? You can change it. Mujahid. You can change the anger. If you get angry fast, you can change it. And Rasulullah spoke about the categories of people with anger. He said the first category, they get angry so quickly, but they forgive so quickly. If you apologize to them, they forgive. They get angry fast and they cool down fast. That's one category. So he said, يذهب هذا the fast cooling, it compensates the fast anger. You get angry and fast, you say, sorry, okay, no problem, I forgive you. Some people like this. One category of people. Second category, سريع الغضب بطيء الفيل. He gets angry so fast, and rarely he forgives. If he remembers for 10 years, he doesn't speak to you for 10 years. خلاص, I'm closed. I'm not going to talk to you. يا أخي, please, no. يا أخي, forgive me, please. I made a mistake. No. How can you make a mistake with me? Shaitan, satanic. He's not a shaitan, but this is the worst of them. The worst of them. They get angry so fast, and he doesn't forgive. He doesn't pardon. Even if the person says to him, please, ma'am, forgive me, they don't forgive. And this is a problem. Rasulullah said, "Man tunussila ilayhi falam yaqbal fahuwa shaitan." A person that you come to him and say, "Maaf, forgive me," and he doesn't accept the maaf. This is like shaitan. Wow, what stops you from forgiving your brother? When he came to you and he says, "Please forgive me. I'm mistaken. Please forgive me." You should forgive. Pardon. Now that situation, forgive and pardon. Don't help his shaitan against him. Accept from him the apology. Understand here? طيب. The third one is بطيء الغضب سريع الفيل. The best of them. بطيء الغضب. He rarely get angry. And when people apologize to him, he accepts. Fast accepts. This is the best of them. The heart is like pure heart. Rarely get angry. And the people go with him this way. He's laying, so soft and so kind, and everyone love him. And if he got angry once in a while, rarely, then you tell him, sorry, please forgive me. Khalas, Sheikh, don't worry about it. It's okay. This is the one. We need to reach this with the believers. With the believers. Understand everyone? With the close circles, with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, with the people you're working with. This is what you should practice this. المؤمنين أذلة على المؤمنين أعزة على الكافرين. For the mu'mineen, from those qualities, أذلة على المؤمنين. They are soft with the believers. أعزة على الكافرين. The kafirin who fight us, no, we are so strong and tough and harsh with them. But with the believers, so soft and kind. That's the of the Quran. طيب. Now, يا أخوة, we're talking about what can we do to change the anger. Practical steps. We'll give you practical steps. Okay? The first one. إذا غضب أحدكم فليسكت. First one is, if you got angry, keep quiet. If you're not going to say a good word, keep quiet. Not a single talk. Nothing. If you're not going to say a good word, control yourself. Why? Because you can utter a word that you regret later on. And keep quiet, not only quiet the tongue, quiet the organs. Don't quiet, everything is quiet in you. Not your hand, your tongue is quiet, but you beating the child, you break his hand, you break his leg. So it happened. It happened, yes, what? Some people got angry with the child, he broke his hand. And then after all, he tried to treat the child. After he cooled down, tried to treat the child. The doctor says, no, it's not, there is no treatment. He broke it from here. There is no treatment for this. It's so hard to bring it back as it used to be. And the child crying to his father, "Father, please return back my hand, my arm. I'm not going to do this again, my father." Imagine the amount of pain the father is having. Every day he sees his child like that. But couldn't you control your anger, Yahi? You harm your own child, your own daughter, your own baby. Some people hate their own baby when they cry. Some sisters, their own baby's crying. Allahu A'lam what she has. 9 months, 10 months. She got angry with her, she beat her. She's a child, she doesn't understand anything, she has no clue about life. And now the mother is beating the child. They need medication. Wallah al-Azim. How can you beat your own child? Your own baby. So, فَلْيَسْكُتْ, completely quiet, anger, quiet. Don't do anything that you regret. طيب, what else can cool you down? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الغضب من الشيطان. Anger is from shaitan. When you get angry, say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. Simple as that. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Rasulullah saw two people fighting verbally, and their faces are red. He said, إني لأعلم كلمة لو قالها لذهب عنه ما هو فيه. I know a word. If he said it, that redness will go. What is it? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Sometimes you are so angry. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Cool yourself down. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Engage in dhikr. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. استغفر الله. استغفر الله. استغفر الله. لا إله. Cool yourself down. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Indeed, in the remembrance of Allah, hearts find rest. Cool down. Cool. How many minutes we have? 15. Right. So, cool yourself down with the words of dhikr. So, yes, good first. You move from a stage to a stage. From a stage to a stage. First stage, quiet. Everything is quiet in me. Second stage, dhikr. Dhikr. I now can talk, but I can talk dhikr only. Dhikr, nothing. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Remind the person in front of you. Say A'udhu Billahi. Say A'udhu Billahi. Astaghfirullah. Allah. Say Astaghfirullah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Astaghfirullah. A'udhu Billah. Engage in something. Or are you still finding yourself, I'm still not right. Decide not right. I might get angry if we open a discussion again, okay? Change your situation. Change your position. If you got angry while you're sitting, stand up. If you got angry while you're standing, sit down. Lay down. Change your position. No, it's not working, Sheikh. I changed my position. I stood up, and I still can see the person in front of me. Go to the toilet and make wudu. Go to the toilet and make wudu. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Al-ghadab min ash-shaytan, wa-ash-shaytanu min nar. Shaitan is from fire. فَإِذَا غَضِبَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَتَوَضَّأ. When you get angry, go and make wudu. The wudu, the water will extinguish the fire. The wudu will extinguish. This is like the best solution. It's the best solution. So you escalate. With shaitan, you escalate the solutions, the medication. If you manage to keep quiet and you say some words of dhikr, alhamdulillah, you're forgiven, pardon, khalas, no problem. No, it's not going to go like that. Right, move to the second one. Stand, you can stand. Let me go straight to the wudu. Shaitan knows that. Shaitan, if you make it a custom, became a custom now for you. Get angry, go make wudu and make 2 rak'at of salah. Shaitan knows that. Now he started to realize that this man is going to go stand. He won't even whisper to you to get angry. No, stay as you are. Don't get angry. Why? He's going to make 2 rak'at of salah. This one, when you get angry, you go make wudu and make 2 rak'at of nafil salah. Rather than don't angry. You understand, everyone? Do the opposite. It's called muraghamat al-shaytan. Muraghamat al-shaytan, yani you're fighting with your shaytan. We do it sometimes in salah. In salah, sometimes you make salah and then you think, no, the salah, I completely lost my focus. Allah, I'm going to repeat again. Why? Irghaman lil-shaytan. Repeating it again, irghaman lil-shaytan. I'm going to be focused in the second time. But don't have waswas. No, I think I didn't make it right. And some people, they go to waswas, they keep on making it. Not like that. We're talking about like, well, khalas, you think you didn't focus in salah this time? Let me repeat it one more time. Like that, for more strength. I didn't make 2 sujood, I think I made 1 sujood only. Make 1 extra, after. Make sujood sound, like that. To strengthen yourself against shaitan. Muraghamat is shaitan. Shaitan is inciting me to do evil. No, I'm going to go give sadaqah. I'm going to give sadaqah. Why? Just to defeat my shaitan practically. Not just by no, I'm going to do the opposite of what he's calling me to do. You understand, everyone? That's muraghamat is shaitan. So now when you stand up and you go make wudu and make 2 rak'at salah, you will finish. Your anger is finished. Your anger will be dead at that time. And every time you do this, khalas, it will become sajiyah. It will start to become a manner. You're managing to control your anger. You know the way now. This is the way of Rasulullah. Who can summarize the way? One is quiet. Quiet verbally and physically. Second is control the anger by saying A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Or dhikr. After A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, engage in dhikr, generally. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. After dhikr is change your position. Change your position, standing, sitting down, lay, stand up, like that. Or go to the next one is to go to wudu. Wudu and no salah. No wudu and no make salah. Nafil salah. You already made wudu. Make wudu. Get accustomed. Whenever you make wudu, make 2 rak'at of salah. Whether it's salah time or not salah time. Make wudu, go make 2 rak'at of salah. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Understand? Right. So this is the way to control our anger. And acknowledge within your heart that the thawab, the reward is Jannah. The reward is Jannah. ما كظمها عبد لله إلا أدخله الله الجنة. Anyone who controls that anger, Allah will enter in Jannah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Jahannam haram upon that person who is hayyinun layyinun sa'. That one who is soft and tender and easygoing. You can talk to him, you can sit with him, you enjoy sitting with him. Jahannam is haram on that person. You will never go to Jahannam. will never burn in Jahannam. This is hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ألا أنبئكم بمن تحرم عليه النار على كل هين لين سهل. القريب السهل اللين. Those are the people of Jannah. They are amongst us. Jannati person amongst us. You see them very soft, very kind, very good people, easygoing person. You can talk to them and you don't worry. سهل الخليقة لا تخشى بوادره لولا التشهد كانت له نعم. Description of Rasulullah and Sayyidina Hassan and Sayyidina Hussein is سهل الخليقة. He was such a soft person. If it is not for tashahhud, when he's raising his finger, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله, he wouldn't have said no in his entire life. He didn't say no in his entire life except for tashahhud. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. He was such a soft. Obviously, it's a mubalagha, small exaggeration. He used to say no. But what I'm saying is that it is not he wasn't accustomed to refuse someone or to reject someone or to. He was so soft. He was such a soft person. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Understand? The last point, think of the consequences. Before you get angry, think of the consequences. That will make you cool down. Think of you can get angry and you can lose your life. You can get angry and you can harm your family. You can get angry and you can destroy your house and end your marital life. You can get angry. Think before you get angry. Think of the consequences before you get angry. Understand everyone? I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those people who manage to control their anger. Among those people, وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. When they get angry, they forgive and pardon for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is mentioned that one of the Salihin, his Jariyah, his servant, while she's taking the food close, she was a slave woman, taking the food closer to him, she dropped the food on top of his head. Hot food. He said, أحرقتني يا جارية. You burned me. And he got so angry. She noticed that. She said to him, يا معلم الناس الخير. You are the one who teach people the khair. You are the da'i to Allah, the one who teach the people the khair. Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in the noble Quran, وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. When they get angry, they forgive and pardon. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. And those who control their anger. So he said, I control my anger. كَظَمْتُ غَيْظِي. I suppress my anger. He said, وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Allah said after that, وَالْعَافِينَ, and those who pardon. He said, عَفَوْتُ عَنْكِ. I forgive you, I pardon you for the sake of Allah. Then she said, Allah said after that, وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah loves those people who do charitable work. He said, أَنْتِ حُرَّ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ. You are free for the sake of Allah. He freed her for the sake of Allah. He understood. He used to understand and interact with the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. اللهم اجعل اجتماعنا هذا اجتماعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل فينا ولا منا شقيا ولا محروما. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة في الدين والدنيا والمال والأهل والولد. اللهم اهدنا لأحسن الأخلاق لا يهدي لأحسنها إلا أنت واصرف عنا سفسافها لا يصرف عنا سفسافها إلا أنت. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد والحمد لله رب العالمين. شكر الله لكم. جزاكم الله خيرا.
Huh? The laptop and that stuff.